So this investigation was initiated after the store took physical inventory and the pharmacy came back with an elevated amount of shortages.
A trusted pharmacy manager's routine shifts quietly unraveled, triggering an internal investigation that exposed a costly breach of responsibility.
I was told that you guys had someone that was in the manager's office that I needed to talk to.
I have no idea what's going on. I have a deputy here.
Yeah. Richard is out there? Oh, Richard, one second.
What's going on?
We'll call Richard, one second.
Last name for you, Paul?
Ingalls?
Spell it for me.
Ingalls.
First name for you, sir?
I don't know what this is for. Columbus Ibrahim.
You didn't see Richard out there?
I don't know who Richard is.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me go peek my head out here and see if he's here, because he's in charge of the investigation.
Okay.
How you doing, sir?
Doing alright. You're in charge of the investigation, Paul. Can you just hang out with him for a second and I'll talk with Richard outside for a moment?
I didn't see where you parked. I was waiting for you outside, sorry.
No, I parked around the side because it was, the way the call came out, I wasn't sure exactly what I was walking into, so.
Not a problem.
So-
you want to walk outside real quick because I don't want people to hear what's going on?
Okay.
Possible.
That works for you.
Investigators say surveillance showed the pharmacist removing prescription medications repeatedly, packaging them discreetly, and transporting them off-site over time.
I don't want to wander too far with him being in there.
Yeah,
But,
he works in the pharmacy, so I don't want the pharmacy to hear what's going on, so we could be right around here, that works.
it'll work then. So, works in the pharmacy, I'm guessing this is prescription theft related then?
So it's a pretty convoluted investigation. Basically, in essence, I interviewed him today. We took inventory in the store, in the pharmacy. We had a bad inventory, which prompted us to conduct an investigation. That investigation unraveled that we had multiple incidents where he was walking out with unpaid products from the store. Medication. We're able to identify most of the medication. Unfortunately, some of it we were not because of the way that it was positioned in the camera view. It was a little difficult to ID. So we were able to identify $84,000 where he either concealed it while in the pharmacy or he placed it in the little back room that's in the pharmacy. Then he would walk over to the register, he would pick up empty shopping bags, walk into that room, and then walk out with full shopping bags.
Okay. Richard, what's your middle initial?
R.
Alright, so do you have a copy of the video footage for us?
It'll be here in a couple minutes. He was just on the street. So we have it all saved for you. This is a statement. I did a live surveillance on him last night.
Okay.
We followed him as he was concealing merchandise. He exited the store, placed it in his car, ended up driving home. So we know the product made it to the house. This morning, I resumed surveillance to see if that product was going to potentially go to another pharmacy or somewhere else. He drove from his house back to the store. In the interview, he does admit to having 10 packages of Tresiba, which is a diabetic medication, at his house, which he's willing to return.
Do we have a name for the rest of the medications that he took right now?
Yeah, let me see if I have it here. If not, let me call my investigator. He should be here shortly if he had to step out real quick. So we have it all broken down by day, dollar amount, and medications. There's also another portion to this case. He's also involved in insurance fraud.
Insurance fraud through Winn-Dixie or through?
Yeah, through processing prescriptions.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's something that you guys would be interested in handling, either their detective bureau or should I go another route for prosecution? That's over $300,000 in transactions, suspicious transactions that he has processed with no customer present, charged the insurance, the medical insurance for, and ultimately left with the product. Now, the one thing...
So, in addition to theft, he's also charging other people's insurance information for about $300,000.
Over $300,000.
Of more prescription, and he's taking that product with him.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is that the same product that he's taking from the store, or is that a separate?
So it depends on the day. Some days he would process prescriptions for that same product that he took on another day. So it's all convoluted. In general, it's the same type of medication.
Okay.
It's diabetic medication for the most part. Ozempic, Trelegy. It's mostly refrigerated medication, which is used to treat diabetes.
Okay. So last night's surveillance,
Yes, sir.
you were here in person observing him doing these behaviors.
Out in the vehicle,
Okay.
and then the gentleman that's coming was watching through video remotely.
Okay. All right. So you weren't physically here in the store, but he was watching the.
Video remotely, which we have it all on video, and we also have. That's what I was trying to pull up for you. That's his vehicle. That's him walking with the bags of merchandise.
Central 331, I'm getting never over to video.
So that's going to be a video of him putting it in the vehicle.
Is this car still parked outside?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay.
I don't believe there's anything in there today that he's taken from the store, but that's the vehicle that was used yesterday.
Okay. Is there somewhere where we'd be able to get a statement? Another office, perhaps? Over there.
I don't know if we have another office. You need a statement from me?
Yes.
Let me find out if there's another. I don't work out of the store.
Okay.
Let me find out if there's another office.
Search warrants and interviews followed. Authorities say the suspect cooperated and admitted to taking non-controlled medications valued at more than $90,000.
Current time is 6:36 hours, which is, 6:36 p.m., which is 18:36 hours on Thursday, November 17th, 2022. Statement reference to case number 2211-00. I'm Sebastian Friend, Deputy Sheriff for Charlotte County, Florida. Person being interviewed, can you state your full name for the record?
Richard Renner.
Alright, just to verify, are you under the influence of...
No, sir.
Alright, do you know the meaning of perjury?
Yes.
Alright, just to review, perjury can be committed by telling lies or omitting information while under oath. Perjury is a crime in the state of Florida. Do you understand what we've reviewed about perjury?
Yes.
Alright, the reason we review that is prior to taking the statement, I'll be placing you under oath. If you can raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the statement you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Alright. So we got called out here in reference to a ongoing fraud case and theft from the store. For the sake of the statement, can you state your position at Winn-Dixie?
Regional Asset Protection Director.
Okay. And how long have you been in that position for?
A little over 5 years.
Okay. And in your own words, can you tell me exactly what you've been observing?
Related to this investigation?
Related to this investigation, yes.
Okay. So this investigation was initiated after the store took physical inventory and the pharmacy came back with an elevated amount of shortages in medication. As a result of that, video review was completed by myself as well as Nicholas Johnston, who is a Regional Asset Protection Manager that works for me, in an effort to identify and substantiate the reasons for the losses. While doing so, we also use exception reporting system to look at registered transactions and see if there was any suspicious activity taking place on the register. As a result of the video review and the exception reporting system review, we identified on multiple instances where our pharmacy manager, Kirolos Ibrahim, was walking out of the store with concealed merchandise in shopping bags that had not been paid. As well as, dating back to July of 2022, there was multiple transactions, approximately 129 prescriptions, where the pharmacy manager, Kirolos Ibrahim, had processed through the insurance, charged insurance for himself, for his family members, fellow associates, and other customers medications. Predominantly the same doctor was a prescribing doctor in 75 out of the 129 prescriptions. He has 3 different credit cards that he's used, that he would retrieve the credit cards from his pocket and actually use that to tender the copay, depending on whatever the copay was for that particular medication at the register. So he would pay for it on his personal credit cards, or there are some instances where he would pay for it cash as well. Once all this information was obtained, a surveillance was conducted yesterday, November 16th. It was a mobile surveillance. I was out in the parking lot along with another regional EP director, Dale Fowler, where we had visual of Carolus Ibrahim's vehicle. Regional Asset Protection Manager Nicholas Johnson was remotely reviewing video and the exception reporting system to validate what was taking place at the register, as well as what product was being bagged. And ultimately, Carolus Ibrahim was observed walking to his vehicle with 2 shopping bags containing unpaid merchandise. He placed it in his car, returned back into the store, finished working his shift. Once his shift was completed, he then exited the store with additional merchandise that he had filled prescriptions for throughout the day, as well as grocery items that he purchased, and a couple of grocery items that he failed to purchase. Put it all in his vehicle and drove to his house. We followed him on a mobile surveillance to his house, where he entered his garage, and at that point we lost surveillance. This morning on November 17th, Dale Fowler and myself resumed surveillance at his house and followed him back to work to rule out whether or not he was stopping anywhere to drop off the medication that he took yesterday from the store, and that was unfounded. He came straight to work. Later on this afternoon, after he did process a couple of transactions where he charged insurance and utilized merchant credits from the manufacturer, he processed those through the register. A decision was made to have a conversation with Mr. Carolus. I then went ahead and had initiated that conversation along with a witness that sat in. During that conversation, Carolus admitted to approximately $75,000 in merchandise theft, and he is willing to return the product to us. As it relates to the
210, please. 210.
Sorry. As it relates to the insurance fraud, he says that he was trying to help friends out. He was also trying to increase his sales in the store, but he is not admitting to any other knowledge other than that.
Okay.
So at the end of it, we believe that we're going to have to make the insurance companies whole. You know, we're going to have to notify them that there has been fraudulent transactions that have been committed on behalf of our pharmacy manager that we believe to be suspicious, at which point...
Okay, so
at which point, once we notify them, we're going to have to reimburse them, which would mean that we would be out that product
okay,
in that dollar amount.
all right. Anything you wish to add, change, or delete from what you just told me?
Just once I get the exact dollar amounts, I could provide that to you
Okay.
on record.
All right. Have we discussed anything off tape we have not discussed on tape?
No.
All right. I'll go ahead and conclude the statement. Current time of 18:46 hours, 6:46 p.m. Same date.
So there's 2 friends. I have a whole org chart on him. About 3 weeks. We put all this together in 3 weeks. It's been a lot of 3 weeks.
I was on vacation.
So what you're saying is it would have been a week, week and a half if
No,
you went
no, I
on
worked through
vacation.
it. I worked through it.
That's his wife.
Associates?
No, that's his patients.
Okay.
And it'll identify whether they're friends or family members.
So he's doing prescriptions on behalf of these folks? Correct. These are the only ones that we found that are fraudulent?
No, there's more. Like our store manager.
Right.
I'm looking around. I don't want to.
No, I know.
Here's more 500 associates that I haven't spoken to yet.
Hey. So. All right. So just to clarify, this was your wallet in its entirety. This is your lunch bag. Anything in here that I need to know about? Any or sums of money? Okay. Are you okay with me going through it really quick?
Yes,
I'm sorry?
there's I need to put back.
There's in here?
Yeah, but not controls or anything. No. But it's just refrigerated things.
Okay. So it's controlled substances for that's
No,
pharmacy
no,
product?
there's no controlled substance in it.
Okay.
No. There's just
Alright.
some kind of injection. I was trying to put back in the other fridge.
Okay. I'm not going to ask you any questions as far as what's going on right now. I'm just going to make you aware of the process at this point going forward. With what we have going on, a detective's been called out. They're gathering statements from the loss prevention persons right now. Once they're done with that statement, I'll be taking you back to our office so he can get your statement regarding this. There's a separate interview and process that we have to go through before we go forward with this. Okay? For the time being, the legal terminology is detained. You understand that?
I won't be able to leave.
No.
Frank,
Yes, sir.
what was in there, my man?
So,
Can I take a look at it real quick?
Yeah.
yep.
Yes, sir.
I'll bet you the dollar amount. You want to put it back in there? Or-
Yep. That's not right back in there. Alright. Go ahead and stand up for me. Just go ahead and put your hands behind your back for me.
I can't do that, sir. My policy states that put your handcuffs forced, okay?
217.
It's in the front pocket here. Okay, am I okay to take that out?
4039.
You got a jacket, man, or like a sweatshirt we can throw over maybe?
404.
We'll have the heater on once we get into the car.
223.
Just check it out. Is it?
Back, we're taking this with us?
Yeah. This is property, we can't leave it.
Alright. I don't think they were the happiest when I got to the third trip.
431.
Alright, if you would, just head to District 3. I'll meet you there.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
The case underscores a hard truth. Trust is critical in healthcare, and when it breaks, accountability follows fast. Subscribe to the channel for more video like these.